Sunday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Finding room at midfield. And will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The Packers had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, left side. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra similar to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Rodgers with a give to Aaron Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, Perkins. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Ready? Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
It's a quarterback sneak.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
Rodgers now on first down.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions, first and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now Jones. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, after last week, where he kept finding the end zone, what do you have, 2 touchdown runs?
Yep.
He's got to be just a tad frustrated here. Close, but he hasn't gotten in.
Maybe they give him another shot. We'll see.
Well, I would think so. I think he's built up that type of equity, but the guys on the other side of the ball know it too.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
26.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
With career touchdowns
Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 27, Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Craig. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Packers are back within a score. The point after is good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Russell. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and it still combined for the completion and big gain.
Up the middle, Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 41, Rodgers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. 15 yards there for number 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rodgers now on first down. He finds his target, Ebron.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Russell. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
From the gun on 3rd down. Russell. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will make this a 4-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 88 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Running right, Jones. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Over.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is down to 4.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 110 yards on the ground here for Swift. He's got a first down as well.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, Blackman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw. Russell eluding the pressure right. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau.
He's got room at the 30.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. To throw on 2nd down, Russell.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Trying to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 45 on second down, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
118 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Once again, it's Swift.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Jonah Jackson, former third-round pick, the guilty party.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want...
Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. On the move past the 40. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and never an easy thing.